received a question that asks, do I have to go to court if I file a lawsuit? And the answer is maybe, but very infrequently if you do. So let's start at the beginning. If you file an insurance claim without filing a lawsuit, maybe 10 to 20% of the time, the insurance company might ask you for a statement. And usually they do that if they're not sure about liability and they feel like they need to talk to everyone so they know. If you give a statement, that'll usually be something you do over the phone. You're not going to any type of courthouse for that. And that, other than going to the doctor, is your only in-person involvement in the claim if it's not filed in court. Let's say you have to go a step farther and you file a complaint in court, and now you're in litigation. At the beginning of that case, maybe a few months in, the defense attorney is going to want to take your deposition. Now again, that's usually not at a courthouse, it's usually at a lawyer's office. And there's going to be a court reporter there, and you get put under oath that you're going to tell the truth, and then you speak to the lawyer in the deposition, you answer questions. After that, you usually do not have to be involved unless you go to trial. There can be some situations where we like to have our client there for what we call motion practice, which is where we go in front of the judge and argue about what should be allowed at the trial. And usually we do that if we think that having our client there is going to be sympathetic in some way, or if we think our client's mere presence will refute something that the defense attorney is saying about the case or the client. Then you get to trials. Now this is probably 2% of cases that get filed, and out of all the cases we handle, probably only about 15 to 20% of them need to be filed. So this is a very, very small fraction of cases, but if you're at trial, yes, you must go there, you must sit at the table with your attorney every single day of the trial unless there's an extremely good reason that you can't. And when I say extremely good reason, I mean maybe you're physically unable to because of your injuries. Maybe there's some type of documented psychological issue that's already in your medical records. I mean, it's got to be something like that. It can't be I'm too busy. I'm too busy to go to trial means this lawsuit's not very important to me. That means you lose. It can't be, well, I'm nervous about it. Everyone's nervous about it. If your nerves overcome your desire to see justice, you lose. So while you may only get up on one day of that trial to testify, maybe for an hour or two, you'll be there for the entire trial no matter how long it takes. And I've seen trials that last one day. I've seen trials that last 3 weeks. And luckily I've never had one last longer than 3 weeks at this point. But you gotta be there the whole time. It's a big chunk out of your life. It feels like Groundhog Day, but it's important.